Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium here in lovely Girard, Kansas. I'm Daryl McLeod, joined alongside by Sarah Goebel, and we're set for a try tonight. A triangular between Girard, Riverton, and Columbus. Should be a good matchup. I got a chance to talk to Coach Jackson beforehand, asking me if I was coming today, and I said yes, of course, and then she said, well, I hope you're there for the first one because it should be a good game. Sarah had a chance to talk to them beforehand as well, and Girard actually lost to Riverton in their jamboree. Coach Jackson said this should be a good matchup as they did lose, but they should have gotten better over the season.
Yeah, I was talking with one of the players. It was really in that jamboree. That's your first games together as a team, knowing what rotation and everything. So that was just getting the feel out. They should, now that they've been playing together for almost, 18 games now, they should be a lot better and a lot more chemistry between each other.
That's exactly right. Boatman going to miss the hit on the outside. It's going to fall underneath the net. First point goes to the Riverton Rams. Looks like we're going to have
a whistle.
Whistle issue there. Technology malfunctions. It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Ava Price for Riverton serves away. Set it up for Bennett. But it's just going to hit the outside. Coach Jackson wanting to appeal for a tip.
Yeah, it looked like Rachel didn't really snap or follow through on her arm there. That's why it just got away from her for a little bit.
Price once again. Bryant passes up to Murphy. Murphy will pass over to Maddie. Maddie with the back row hit. Not going to fall. Price sets up over the near side. Now a pass for Maddie. Murphy sets up for Boatman. Awkwardly hit, but still set around. They're attacking Kester's side over there on the back corner as that one's blocked at the front. And I got confused there for a second. I heard the whistles. I heard all the whistles going off, and I thought it was a stoppage of play because the judge had made a signal, but it was actually the other whistle for the JV game.
Yeah, it's pure coincidence that happened.
That's about it. Pure coincidence. Price, once again. That awkward pass from Bryant gets tipped back down, but luckily Murphy's there to recover. Price will set up middle this time, and Murphy with a nice dig. Bennett goes for a quick tip. And now it's set outside one more time. Boatman's in the right position. Murphy going to have to hustle. It's going to be a tricky play. Kester can't get to it. A nice hit from King from Riverton. And the Rams have a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, Trojans getting a little bit of a slow start. Right now, if I were the Lady Trojans, I would just try to find a hole in the Riverton court right now. That's their donut or this left back right here, this corner. Maybe even if the pass is good, do a set or dump. Just try to get them out of system.
Yeah, it appears that Avery Barnett, number 8 there for the Rams, is cheating up quite a bit whenever she sets up for the next play. Rams have to eat the possession. Bryant now sends it over to Boatman. Boatman, she'll tip over. And this time it's poked way over and out of bounds. And
great.
The Trojans are finally going to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, great follow. Although you are down 4 points right now, this is a great time to take the serve and roll with it and get to where you should be in this matchup.
Boatman back to serve. She sends away. And it's going to be a nice little hit from Darnaby. Finds the hole in the defense and places it right there.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's where the Trojans are really weak right now is tip coverage. I actually had the pleasure of going to a practice to scrimmage with a couple of alumni. Was it last week? And that's what we were told to do to allow them to work on their tip coverage.
Kester with a nice little directional shot. Plays for the front left side, and she'll find her mark, making it 5-2. Trojans trailing by 3. It'll be Rachel Bennett who is back to serve. Elena McGowan comes into the match. Lindsey Bryant will take a seat, have a nice little breather. Boatman assumes that back row middle position with Murphy playing on the other side of her.
Yeah, Maddie right there doing a great job to show that that tee is not covered at all. Keep hitting it all night until someone gets there.
This one's going to be tipped by Barnett. A nice pass up. Price sets over for Barnett. And Kester with a nice little swinging hit able to get it in play. Boatman from the 10-foot line just has to eat it. Price goes for a quick set. And a miscommunication by the Trojans. They let it fall right in between them. 6-2 Rams.
Yeah, just little miscommunications right now are really hurting the Trojans. Hopefully they don't have to have Miss Jackson call her infamous 0-5. It's, 5 points on the run, timeout.
And there it is. Coach Jackson will call that first timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with him. You're watching Trojan Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Welcome back. Riverton Rams lead 7-2. Darnaby serves away, but it's going to go way over the back line. 7-3 Trojans. Good timeout called by Coach Jackson, trying to reset her players a little bit, get them right back into this game, and hopefully get them more focused up as Megan Bennett is set to serve away for the Trojans. It's going to be set up by Price this time. And that one spiked right over Bennett's head. And the Rams, once again, will lead by 5.
Yeah, Bennett just caught cheating up just a little bit. Normally they do a base defense where she should have her right foot on the line, or left foot, I'm so sorry. Right foot to me on the line there, but she just got caught sucked up.
It looks like for the Riverton Rams, number 4 who just served, Landon Martin, as well as number 27, Savannah Matthews, come into the matchup. And a nice little placed hit, 8-4 for the Rams.
Elena did a great job. That set was just a little too high, causing Elena to be early, so she just took it and was smart and found a hole.
Kester from the serving stripe now. Trojans have yet to lead in the matchup. A nice block down, but it's going to go down on the Trojans' side. And Elena McGowan, who thought she would have had a nice block there, instead going to give the Rams a point.
Yeah, that was just a great block. Closed, awesome, all the way around, just a little too far off the net, not a lot of pressing. If she had pressed just a little bit more, it would have been straight down on the other side.
Barnett serves right at David. David's pass forces Murphy to hustle, but a good hustle nonetheless. They try to play for the back corner, and it doesn't work. David to Murphy now. McGowan. And Murphy with a nice little dig there, keeps it alive. Boatman. Now it's passed up. They have to go for a quick tip. Kester with a good job to get down to a knee and save it. Boatman's spike goes off the net, and they are going to call 4 there because it was not hit off any hands. And it makes it 10-4, a 6-point lead for the Rams, their largest of the match.
Yeah, Lady Trojans doing a great job block coverage, able to pick up everything that the Rams are shutting down right now.
Barnett sends away. Kester passes over to Boatman. Boatman hits over. It just doesn't look like the Trojans are doing anything offensively right now. They're kind of just having to eat every possession. Besides that hit by Boatman there, but it's a great save on the back row. All for naught, however. It was Lexi Mallett who was able to get down for the dig there for Riverton, but it just goes awkwardly off of Martin's hands.
Yeah.
Point for the Trojans.
Erica Boatman really got a hold of that ball and just put it down.
It's exactly what you want. Something we haven't seen quite yet. Little collision there on the back row, but the Rams once again going to have a miscommunication. Not their normal setter, it appears, in the matchup right now. Normally they have Price in, and right now they have Martin, and it seems to be some of their issues.
They're running a 6-2.
Oh,
so they
I
have
see.
2 setters. Yeah, from that last serve, in my notes I have make like seams, serve seams. Trojans have to be aggressive with their serves if they want any success out of this. Because if you give them a serve right to a player, they're going to be able to get a 3 pass and put it down.
That point there just goes off Murphy's hands. She tried to get the block up. We actually Talked about that with Coach Jackson last week. How whenever Murphy can get up a block, she's always real proud of it. But this time it goes out of bounds off her hands. It was a nice save there by Murphy as well. That one almost goes underneath the net. Bennett gets it off the hands of the front row of Riverton. 7-11. Trojans trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, great job really finding the hands and using it to tool off of them.
Now Murphy will be back to serve. Her first turn at the stripe. Now she sends away. Passed around, it's going to be a back row hit from Barnett. Murphy sets up middle for Rachel. Rachel attacks that front left side.
Doing a great job of finding that tee. Now that they've hit that spot a couple times, I think it's been 3 or 4, they really got to push to this back corner because this left back is cheating up to try to cover that tee.
And I think another thing we could possibly see there is Darnaby, who was playing that front left side, could start to cheat over a little bit and leave parts of the middle open.
Yes.
Not going to come to fruition there as the pass goes off of Kester's hands, making it 12-8. It seems so far the Trojans just haven't received the ball very well. They haven't been passing very well to Murphy in the front row, something we saw them do very well last week against Galena.
Yeah, they're making her run, which is fine, but you would want a 3 pass right there instead of what just happened. That way you can have 3 hitters and more chances of putting the ball down.
And now Price is returned to the game into the serving stripe. And wow, I don't even know how that one got over. Kester has to get down for it. Set down by Bennett. Hit back over. Bryant passes forward to Murphy. This is a chance here. Boatman hits it hard. It's a nice block at the front row and a great save. I couldn't tell who got that, if it was Bennett or Murphy. Kester passes forward. Now Murphy sets up for Bennett. Bennett tries to tip to that spot one more time. And now it's being set around for Riverton. Kester, awkward positioning on that ball. Couldn't get down to it.
It looked like the Lady Trojans were just caught standing right there. No one went up to block. There was just some miscommunications. They're just not gelling well.
It's might be the curse of Riverton. Ooh, well. There's going to be some... There's going to be always going to be some, angst,
yeah.
I should say, as the line judge back there kind of second-guessed her call.
It's like, it's okay. They've never done this before. They don't really know. It's okay. Give them grace. They're human, too.
Yeah, or in the case where they can, volleyball is such a bang-bang sport where things go so quickly all the time that making that decision is hard in the moment. Mm-hmm. If only we had instant replay. That would make a lot of line judges' lives so much easier. We got a net violation. I believe it's going to be on 15 for Riverton. That's Rylan Thomason. 14-11 is our score. Boatman, she'll be the one back to serve. She sends away. Pass forward by Mallett. Set up by Price. Now Trojans have a chance. And Kester had to lean back for that one.
Yeah, she didn't get out as quick. It was really quickly played there, but she was the only option.
No one else on that front row ready to hit.
Yes.
As that one's served away. Bryant sets up for Murphy. Murphy now. It'll be tipped on the front row and finally get it signaled that it'll be Trojans' point. McGowan will return to the matchup. Bryant once again takes a seat.
See, talk about passes. That was a perfect pass there, and we got a kill out of it. That's volleyball comes down to the little things. Passing's your #1 priority. Yes, it's good to have good hits and kills and aces and whatever, but it comes down to passing. Passes make or break an offense.
The flashy things, some would say, the aces on the serves or the spike downs. But
the spike downs.
Spike downs? Is that not what people say? Is that what the cool kids say?
Yeah.
Statisticians' terminology would say kills. But it is those passes that matter most. As this right here, another beautiful pass, and Kester gets a chance. Something she did there, a little push. We saw a lot out of her when she was younger playing, when she was a little bit less confident hitter. Boatman with a nice spot. Hits just before that back line. Scores the Trojans a point. Like I was saying, something she used to do when she was a freshman and sophomore, just kind of push that ball over instead of really snapping down like she has been of late.
Yeah, roll shots can be deadly sometimes if they're correctly placed. For example, Erica Boatman right there, hitting in between seams. Whenever I was watching the warm-ups, I noticed that Riverton on this back left corner, you got to hit cross, you got to hit the seams. If the block allows you to hit cross, go for it, because their communication is not the strongest.
Now it's going to be Landon Martin coming in to serve for the Rams. That last point went a little awkwardly off of Bennett's hands. It brings David back into the matchup. Trojans going to catch a break. Martin serves it directly into the net. She's not had too strong of a start here in this matchup. Either way, it helps the Trojans, so
Not
go Girard. Kester now from the stripe. That one's passed up. Barnett now. Hits off the net and goes out of bounds. Trojans back within 2.
Great follow by Kaylee David just to put her front on that line and make sure that ball is going out. And if it wasn't, she was there to get it.
Kester once again. She'll send it over the back line, and just one of those moments where you kind of shoot yourself in the foot a little bit. You start to have some momentum, start to crawl your way back into the game, and then you serve it over the back line. Never what you want to do, but you got to get them back here. So as Barnett serves, you're looking for a chance as David sets up a nice pass, and McGowan's going to have her shot. Mallet there to pass it away. Martin sets up, and they're going to let that one go, but line judge calls it in on that back line, and we're going to get another timeout. Coach Jackson taking another timeout. We'll keep it right here so we can talk things over. 19-15 is our score. A 4-point deficit for the Trojans. They have not led yet in this game.
Yet the Trojans are doing a lot of chase. They're not doing a lot of what their ball is. They're not communicating well and not gelling well. I don't know if it's off the weekend. They played the Erie tournament this weekend where they won. It was Coach Jackson's first time ever winning that tournament. And I don't know if it's just because they're tired or what, but they're not playing like themselves.
It's just Tuesday.
Yeah, it is just Tuesday.
But the thing with volleyball is those games are always on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's the tough thing about these sports, really.
Yeah.
You know, in football, you're going to get a week every single time,
Yeah.
sometimes 2 weeks to prepare. In volleyball, it's rapid fire. They just come off this tournament. Some of these girls don't even get a rest.
They actually have their next tournament, which is in Carl Junction this weekend, too.
Bowman with a nice hit. Awkward little setup in the corner, but the Rams managed to get it over. Set back to Boatman. And this time, hits it hard. It goes off the blocker's hands. And the Girard Trojans get one back.
Great job by Gracie Murphy, really trying to get around that ball. She had to kind of backpedal there, but way to get that ball pushed out so Erica could make that kill.
Bryant now. Serves away, passed up by King. Set up by Martin, back to King, and blocked down! Rachel Bennett, never a doubt. On top of that one, blocks it straight back down into King's face.
Great block. She pressed, she got there, she read the hitter so well. That's why she was able to just put it down.
It was one of those plays where you almost see it happening before it does. Just seeing Bennett float. And that one hugs the line for the Rams. They'll call it a point. One of those quick time decisions you have to make over there on that side. Just happened to be the wrong one this time.
You give and you take.
Yeah, most of the time, I didn't get to see who that was. Was that David over there?
Yes.
Yeah, most of the time she's right with those guesses, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna blame her for that. Boatman this time. Passed up by Mallet. Back row hit for Barnett. I don't think she's actually on the back row there because she was well over the 10-foot line. Either way, hit out of bounds.
Rachel doing a great job to just be a wall up front and losing some of Riverton's momentum.
Now Riverton going to bring in a little bit of a mass substitution. Thomason returns to the matchup. So does Price. Hit middle. Price sets up to King. It's tipped, but they found the donut. 21-18.
Yep. If they find it once, they're going to find it again. That was kind of a roll shot, so it rolled off the fingers of our blockers and just kind of was high enough, but also used the block to make it die in the donut.
Bennett playing the back row. Not something we normally see from her.
What do you
Still, you got to respect her getting down to the dig.
She's a
Boatman, I'm gonna get that one to Boatman. Matt Kester did hit the ball over, but Boatman with the fake, because I thought Boatman was hitting it, and obviously it worked on Barnett in the back row, as she missed it. 21-19. Boatman serves over. I would have missed it, without a doubt. A nice block, but Bryant can't quite get to it. 22-19, trading blows back and forth.
It looked like she just misjudged that ball a little bit, thought it was going to be stronger of a hit than it was, and just got caught in the mud.
Now it's going to be Alexa Price. You can only assume that it's the sister of Ava Price. Of course, you know what happens when you assume. Bryant passes to Murphy, who sets up for Bennett, and Bennett trying to will her Trojans to a lead.
She needs to keep cutting to that right side, especially right where the tee is. She's been trying to go there all night. It's doing a wonderful job. And if it, like, the set's not good or, you know, they're in a rut, tip to the tees. They're going to think you're going the other way.
Now Mallet passes up. Thomason tries to hit it over, but it's a nice save by Bennett. Megan Bennett, that is. Kester eats the possession, and it's hit hard by Maddie Darnaby.
Yeah,
and the Rams getting closer to the victory.
Murphy just got caught not being in her spot, but she was also just trying to get back to her spot. And that's what happened there. And a good hit.
Yeah. Sometimes they just hit it better than you can defend it.
Yep.
Now, Rams trying to make this 1 point away from taking the first set. And they will, 24-20. And the Trojans are going to have to score the next 4 points at least, which I don't believe they've done the entire game.
They will. If there's a will, there's a way.
Darnaby serves away. Bryant. Awkward pass. And how most of the points were scored for the Riverton Rams is the same way that the game ends. Little awkward passing, unable to get to it for the set, and it results in set one going to the Riverton Rams.
Yep, playing catch-up really hurts a team.
Absolutely it does. Well, set one, Riverton Rams, they'll lead 1-0 here in our triangular. It's best out of 3 on triangulars, correct?
Yes.
So we'll go to a quick break. When we come back. Second set between the Riverton Rams and the Girard Trojans here on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Welcome back to Girard Sports Live. Riverton Rams take the first set. They'll lead 1-0. And we're moving on to set number 2. Sarah, we talked a little bit in between the break. More you talked to me about it as I was trying to fix
I was going to say, you didn't say
what was
anything.
going wrong with our stream. But still, you brought up some good points. there was never really any momentum that the Trojans had the entire time. It felt like anytime they'd get a point, it was almost by divine intervention or luck.
And being down 4 points within the first 4 points of the match really hurts a team, but that makes the difference between a great team and a good team, is being able to come back from that adversity and play your game.
I've said it a million times on these broadcasts, and I'll say it one more. A great coach once told me you have to have amnesia in any sport.
Especially in volleyball, since this game is so mental and so like momentum. It's mental. It's all in your head. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to do well.
That's exactly right. That one goes just out of bounds. Bennett playing for the tee doesn't find it. But being able to forget those moments, which I'm sure Coach Jackson was teaching, trying to get her players back into rhythm, I should say. Just trying to get them to where they get to their spots better, to where they're not lackadaisical when they're trying to move to where they should be for passes. And you just got to forget about it. Yes, I'm sure you all made mistakes in that first game, but so what? It's over now. You can't change it.
I don't remember any of the mistakes you made. Like, it's okay to make mistakes. We're all human. It's a part of the game. It's coming back for them and having momentum like we're seeing right now on the court.
And the Trojans take their first lead of the entire matchup here in set number 2, and they lead 2-1 as Murphy is now set to serve away. Unfortunately, we're not joined tonight by Jess Murphy, as normally he's on the call for Girard Sports Live. That one falls on the Riverton side. Wherever Jess is today, just want to give him a shout out. He's been doing so well on our football broadcasts every Friday, and he always does well during the spring season with softball and baseball. Shout out to Jess, wherever he is.
Glad to give him a break for once so he can enjoy his daughter's senior year.
Exactly. That one blocked up at the line, but falls down on the Trojan side. Bennett tried to get to it, just didn't get down in time.
Yep. Great idea to cover herself on that block. She knew she didn't press and get the stuff like she wanted, so she went down and tried to get it.
Just couldn't quite get there
quick enough.
Yeah. Price serves away. It's Ava Price, not the other one. And that one's blocked at the line by Barnett.
Right now, Riverton is really, really either reading Erica really well, or they're just going to block cross, because that's all she's ever hit tonight on the right side. So if I was her, line is open all day, every day.
Now Barnett passes over. Bryant to Murphy. Murphy sets up for Boatman. Boatman hits it hard, but Price is there for the dig. Barnett now blocked at the line. And let's see what they call. It's going to be a point for the Trojans. What was that called? I didn't see
in the net.
In the net. Okay. I didn't see either of the judges make the final signal. All I saw was this guy over here point. I heard his whistle and I looked right at him, and then he just pointed, and I was like, oh. That poor girl.
I don't know who.
Didn't see a number on that one. Tipped over. A great dig by Bryant. Bennett unable to get around to it. One of those all-for-naught plays one more time. Bryant with a great effort on the other side, but Bennett just put it in an awkward position, couldn't quite swing around.
Nothing you could do except just try to get there.
Darnaby now. Bryant passes, now Bennett. She'll try for the back row, but Price is there. Set up this time. Barnett's hit does not fall. Bryant with a good pass to Murphy. Murphy sets up to Kester. Kester tries to find a hole, but the Rams scrambling to keep it together, and Bryant can't get there once again. Some back row problems for the Trojans, something we hardly saw last week for the Bulldogs when they played the Bulldogs, and it's showing.
Riverton is just able to find all the spots that the Trojans are not there. And that in that situation, Gracie Murphy is supposed to be releasing up as a free ball's coming over, because you never want your setter to take first ball. You always want her to have the best opportunity to set up your hitters. So in that position, it was just lack of communication in the back row taking over her ball.
And now, another awkward hitting showing there, I should say. And Kester pops it over to the Rams side. Sets up now. Tipped up. And there's a ball in the court, so they'll stop play. It's a jump ball in basketball. What are they calling in volleyball?
Replay.
Replay.
I always called it a jump ball. I always kind of giggled every time I saw that.
Because the judge throws up the 2 thumbs, and that's a jump ball in basketball.
Yeah.
That one's hit way over. I feel like a couple of those last serves would have gone over as well, but if you're not sure, it's better to hit it rather than to let it go.
Yeah. Anything, a rule of thumb for back row, anything chest high, let it fly.
It's a great rule to have. Kester spikes down, doesn't find the mark, eventually falls after some miscommunication on the Rams side, and we're all square at 6.
Maddie, a great job by her to play the net and just really take control.
Rachel Bennett serves away. Price. Now back row hit from Mallet. This one is going to be passed up to Murphy. Murphy over to Kester. Kester. Big hit, doesn't fall. Trying to go cross court with it. Must see something she likes over there. Boatman to Kester one more time. Tries for that same side. Falls down. Girard will take the lead.
Right there is an example of great communication between players. You had Gracie Murphy taking that first ball and Erica stepping up to use her hands to set up Maddie for the kill.
Bennett with another serve. Price sets up middle. Barnett, a nice little tip. Uses the finesse instead of the force, and she'll find her mark, making it all 7-7. Looks like Matthews returning to the game for Price, and it's going to be Martin coming into the game as well. Didn't see who went out for her. Believe it's going to be Thomason. Don't quote me. Bryant, a nice pass forward. Kester's going to have a chance, but it's a nice stall at the line by Rance. Murphy for Elena, and McGowan finds the back row. Point for the Trojans. They'll take a lead. Thought it was a 2-point lead. I fear they tied it in the last point. Now the other Bennett. She'll square away. That's Megan. Barnett with a nice hit. Bryant with a good save. Murphy now. And Bryant will just have to eat the possession. Mallet passes forward to Martin. Martin sets up, and it's hit back down into Barnett's face, but she does a good job of saving it. One more time, Barnett will have a shot, and that one flicks over the net. Kester won't fall. Quick set there from Martin, doesn't fall. Murphy. That one's a good save by Mallet. Price from the back row finds that side, and they're hitting the lines, and it's working. 8-8 is our score.
Defense is killing them, yeah.
It is.
It is. They're doing a great job in long rallies like that, trying to put up points and trying to put down the ball. They tip, they try to find holes, but what kills them is their defense.
Yeah, and it shows right there. McGowan with a great hit down, but the Rams are just playing better defense than the Trojans are right now. Well, announcers jinx, of course.
Yes.
They have an awkward little setup there. Kester can't quite get to it. And it's going to be Barnett who has the serve for the Rams. 9-8 our score. Rams lead by 1.
If I were Gracie Murphy, I would do a setter dump right here. They're not expecting it. This back corner right here. You're 2 points down. You need a little reset. You need to have your hitters take a moment. Just a quick little dump either to the donut or this left tee right here.
Coach Jackson takes a timeout. We'll keep it here. 54 seconds here in this timeout. What I think that the Trojans need to do, I mean, obviously we've talked about defense, talked about their offense and how it's been good comparatively to their defense. But what they need to start doing is just going back to playing their game. It was one of your keys to the game last week. It seems like they're just not themselves right now. That normal front row hitting prowess that they have with McGowan, the 2 Bennetts, Kester, it just doesn't seem like it's there.
It's not there because the passes aren't there. We talked about this earlier, and I don't want to dog on passers. I know how hard passing is. I was never a good passer. I know it's the little things. But right now, that's what's killing them, not having the ability to set up a good offense and have 3 hitters available to your use.
And I don't know exactly what causes that. I mean, you got to have quick feet. You got to be in the right spots at the right times. But ultimately, it's just been good hitting by Riverton.
Yes.
Like that right there, a good block by Riverton. And that has caused the Riverton Rams to have so much advantage over the Trojans.
And if you get blocked 2 or 3 times, hey, switch it up. You can tip it. You can just try to throw trash over. That's something you have to be conscious of as a hitter.
David lets that one go.
And even as a setter, you could have someone running a quick out of the middle and fake out the defense and just dump it over.
4-point lead for the Rams. Barnett serves. Passed up by Bryant. Murphy to McGowan. Hits right at Matthews, but she's able to save it. Now Martin passes over. This one's hit hard, but a nice block at the front row. Barnett from the back row now. Bryant's able to save it. Murphy sets up for Kester. Kester with an awkward little shot. Almost a good play, but doesn't quite find it. Murphy sets up for Kester one more time. And they're going to say it was hit at the line on the block, goes out of bounds.
And that's another thing. You know, I talked about tipping, I talked about roll shotting, or putting the ball down in general, but using that block, just tipping it off of their hands to get it over and out.
12-10 now. Kester will have the serve. It's a good serve right at Mallet. It's going to get caught up in the it gets caught up in the basketball hoop. Sent over to the bleachers. Unfortunately, we don't play in a Division I arena. So we do have to deal with things like rafters and basketball goals.
It was always electric when someone made a basket.
It's always because, you know, they let them play it off the basketball goal, but you can't play it off the bleachers. So whenever someone could get the play done off the basketball goal, it was honestly just added some spice to the match that we needed. Set up right side for Boatman. Kester does a good job hitting it back over. Hit right at Bryant. Bryant passes to Murphy. Murphy to Boatman. They're really attacking that far side. Might need to switch it up here in a second.
You just read my mind.
I saw your little slouch. They're going to go to it one more time. And it gets blocked down. But it's a great save. Great hustle all around by the Trojans. And they're still alive. King hits right at Kester. Ketzer passes up. Bryant forward to Boatman. Boatman tries to find the hole. Does not. King forward to Mallet. Mallet over to Barnett. And it finds the hole in the defense. A great volley between the two teams, but the Rams are victorious.
As you were saying, you need to switch it up. Going to your outside 3 times in a row is going to allow for that block to get lazy and not move. They're just going to sit on that hitter because they know that's where the ball's going to go. If you have a good pass at all, go to your middle. Switch it up.
Kester dodging a jab there. Throws her head out of the way to let that one go past her. But you're absolutely right. And Matthews there, who was playing that front right blocking position.
She just stood there.
She stood there the whole time. She didn't have to move.
And that's why they're getting touches upon touches.
Bryant serves away. Passed forward by Thomason. Set up by Price. King with the shot. The great wall of Bennett sends one back down, 13-13.
Got that one on her right hand. Sorry, left hand. My right hand.
Use the L's.
Yes. Just putting that ball down.
Bryant serves away one more time. A floater. Awkward little touch there by Price. Couldn't get around to it. Girard takes back the lead. And we're going to get the first timeout from the Riverton Rams. 14-13 our score. We'll take a quick break. When we return, more volleyball action here in set number 2 on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Trojans lead 14-13. Rams were forced to take their first time out of the matchup. Bryant set to serve away, and she does. It's right at Barnett. Price sets it up for Darnaby, but it's blocked down once again. Boatman and Bennett doing a great job on that front row. Murphy sets up middle for Bennett, and Bennett right off the noggin of Thomason. 15-13. Trojans take a 2-point lead.
I'm glad she got her hands up. That could have been bad.
Always a scary play, especially with how hard Bennett hits that ball. Not a lot of things I'd want to be hit by in this world, and Bennett's spike ranks up there as pretty high. Set middle for Darnaby. That one's going to roll off the net. Ball doesn't lie, and it falls down on the Rams side.
Yeah, the Rams are running a quick out of the middle, but on their outsides and their right sides, their sets are pretty high, so the block should have time to get there.
Bryant attacks Thomason. Price sets up for King. King, a nice hit. Can't really take that one away from her. Just a beautiful hit.
Yes. Beautiful on the way of hitting on the outside of Rachel Bennett's block.
Price. She'll serve now. Kester right in the middle. Boatman with the chance. She tries to force it over, doesn't. Mallet to Barnett. It's a good hit. Murphy able to get around to it, though, and Bennett hits it over. Looks like David took a shot from Bennett there.
The power of friendship.
Now Murphy sets up to Boatman. Tries to tip over, almost a collision on the Riverton side. David passes forward to Murph. And it's going to be put down by Bennett one more time with the help of a Ram there. Looks like it got caught on her arm.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Just a beautiful job of using the block to your advantage. Just swiping that ball right off of the Rams' left hand.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stoppage of play as the JV ball will send over. We talked last week a little bit about Coach Jackson and her bringing up of the JV and how it's always led to her having some really good teams, even though they've never won the Erie tournament until now, as Murphy serves away. And it shows right now as the JV leads over the JV Rams 24-17. That one just nicks the line. Little Callaway not playing homer over there in the corner.
Wasn't that last time too?
It's every time. Callaway's the only line judge I know, so I always call him out on it. I'm pretty sure he's the only teacher that's like qualified to do varsity line judging, so they always ask him to do it. That or he's just such a nice guy and will always do it. But I always got to call him out. Price sends over. Seems like he always has one call a game that I'm like, come on. Come on. That one gets blocked down. Bennett unable to get to it, 17-16.
Rachel Bennett been swinging the right cross out of the middle this whole game. She really needs to change it up, or they're, like we said on the outside, the blocker's going to stay and find a hole.
Beautiful spot. Beautiful placement by Boatman. Goes for the dump like you said they should have been doing at the very start. That front left side, everyone was caught up in it.
It's been open all night.
We'll see if they decide to take advantage of it anymore. Sets over to Barnett. Pass forward by Bryan. Look, it's wide open one more time. Mallet able to get to it. Barnett gonna have to eat possession. Boatman passes forward. Set up middle for Bennett. Get out of the way. Bryant forward to Murphy. Over to Kester. Tries for that spot, but it's blocked by Darnaby. 18-17 our score.
Kudos to Bennett for getting that ball over.
Honestly, always a tough pull. Rance returns to the game for the Riverton Rams. Darnaby serves. Kester passed forward to Murphy over to Bennett. Bennett, a great job, attacks the corner, and they finally found it.
Hey, let's do that again.
Hey, if you keep hitting the spot and it spits out treasure, don't stop until it doesn't.
Exactly.
Bennett's going to have the serve. Rachel, that is. Always so funny to me when there's sisters on a team. Barnett hits right into the net. 20-17, Trojans 5 away from taking set number 2. Columbus warming up over on the other side, getting ready for their JV match. As the Trojans JV team took the win over the Rams. Price, she'll back set over to Thomason. Good communication from Murphy. Bennett to Kester. Interesting rotation here with no Bryant in the back row. Always kind of scary whenever they don't have her back there to pass. Kester, good job of saving her own hit. Murphy will have to eat possession. Mallet passes forward to Price. Price over to Barnett one more time. Hit off the net. Murphy is right there. Boatman, look at that set. Kester hits over. Price one more time to Barnett. Out of bounds. I called it before the line judge did.
Rachel Bennett doing a great job to lay it all on the line like she's a back row player. The reason why Lindsey Bryant is not in the back row right now is because a libero can only serve for one of your players. The other middle, Elena McGowan, is who Lindsey serves for. Therefore, Rachel Bennett gets her debut as back row.
It's fun to see. And you could see it there. She laid it out. She was ready for it.
I love seeing middles having to play back row for that 1 or 2 rotations that they're in serving-wise.
It's funny because we do a broadcast for a lot of the Pitt State volleyball games, and it's always funny to see a middle go back and have to play the back row, especially at the college level, because they've been practicing that one position religiously almost their whole life.
Middles never get the pass.
They never do.
They never get the glory.
And so it's really funny at the college level because these players have been focusing on it, and if it somehow happens where they have to pass the ball, it's almost like, like, what do we do?
My favorite one is Kinley Smith. She just wanted to pass so bad the whole time. It was always enjoyable seeing her in the back row.
Price sets up for Thomason. Thomason's hit right at Bennett. Bennett gets down for it. Murphy to McGowan. McGowan plays the back row. Call it in. Worth a try. 21-18 is the score. Bryant returns to the matchup. Whew. And for the Rams, Matthews comes back in for Price, and Martin comes in as well for Thomason. Martin serves away. Boatman to Bryant to McGowan. Barnett forward to Martin. Martin sets up for Barnett. They really like Barnett's hit, but she's only found the line in that first set. Gets a little bit out of position there. Nice play by Ron Gates on the camera.
Great.
Stops that ball before it goes into the JV court.
Great play by Kester to just stay out. That ball was pushed a little bit far, but she made it work, and she had a great cut finding that open spot on the Rams.
Bennett serves. Blocked down by McGowan. McGowan sends it down one more time, 23-18.
There was nothing that Rams player could do. Elena just sent it straight back in her face.
Murphy was there too.
Yes, Murphy did a great job setting the block.
And they're going to say Martin crosses the line.
And the libero. Fun fact, the libero cannot use her hands over the 10-foot line.
Well, there you go. The more you know. Is that the same at all levels?
It is the same at all levels.
There you go.
I don't know about middle school. I don't know if they have liberos in middle school.
Kester blocks. Trojans just 1 point away from taking set number 2 and tying our total. And they're going to get
Gracie in the net as well.
Yeah, they're going to get Murphy on the same violation. Now, when you say can't use their hands, is this like soccer?
So, no. I mean, setting-wise.
Okay.
So
the motion that we're used to for setting, they cannot do when they're inside that 10-foot line.
Yes, if they're outside of the 10-foot line, they can do that. But the reason why that rule is in place is if I was a coach and I had a girl with beautiful hands, beautiful setter hands, and I wanted her in every day, every rotation, I would put her as libero if that rule was not in place.
I see. So it's just kind of a workaround to make sure coaches have to move their setter around.
Yes.
I see. Well, either way, Kester with a great spike sends us off into set number 3. It's all tied up. And we'll have set number 3 right back after this quick break. You're watching Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Girard Sports Live. It's all tied 1-1, and let me fix that for you there. All tied 1-1. Sarah, talk us through what happened in that last match.
Well, the Trojans got their momentum back a little bit. It was really a roller coaster of emotions. They really fought with Riverton. They did better at their defense-wise, but block coverage, they're getting blocked all the time. You got to have something right there to pick up the ball, because really when they're blocking, they're hitting the ball wherever the Trojans are not.
They've been doing a great job. The Riverton Rams have just hit all the right spots.
Yes.
Girard just happened to do it a few more times than they did in the last one.
Yep.
They were able to take the victory over the Rams, tied it all up at 1-1 as we enter set number 3. Not quite like last week where it was a duel and we played to 5. This time we're just going to 3. So
this game should be to 15. I actually don't know about that since it is league. I think it's 25.
Well, I suppose we'll see. Set up to Boatman. Boatman attacking that spot, but Mallett's there. Thompson pushes for the same spot on the Trojan side. Now Bennett. Another great hit for Bennett. Gets the Trojans out to a quick 1-0 lead.
That was another key factor of the last game, was the Trojans getting out to that lead. They got the first points in the match. They had the momentum. They weren't playing chase that whole game.
Playing your game so crucial in volleyball as Murph sends away. I've been calling her Murph. It's easier to say than Murphy. It's one syllable. Either way, Trojans get the point. Everybody knows what I mean. They know.
Do they?
Nah.
We talked about serves. By we, I mean me.
Yes, indeed. Another good serve. Awkward hit. 3-0 lead.
Having aggressive serves puts you in this position. Yes, Rachel Bennett's hit led off to the first point of this game, but Murphy's 2 serves where she's gotten aces out of them, that's really helped the Trojans.
If you can score and not even have your team do anything, it's going to help you out a lot. Jump ball. Excuse me. Replay. Sorry.
I have a confirmation on the 15-25. It's 25.
Ah, thank you.
Shout out Mr. Clevenger.
Greatest math teacher around. Can't wait to tell Coach Jackson I said that in our interview.
Yep.
Murphy now passes back to Bryant. Bryant sets over to Boatman. Boatman will be received by King. Now set up middle to Darnaby. Murphy sets up. Over to Bryant. I see Clevenger now finally heard our statement. Price, Darnaby, Murphy in the right position. Bryant sets up, kind of a weird one, gets blocked down by Thomason. Right spot at the right time, makes it 3-1.
Yep, Trojans had people there just caught off guard, quick. It happens quick, you gotta be ready, you gotta be prepared and down.
Bennett reassumes that back left corner.
Yeah, don't talk about how she's not a passer. She's literally passing on a serve receive.
Who am I to say that?
She's back there hoping nobody serves to her.
Boatman with an interesting looking attack. She'll get another chance at it. Hits it hard this time. And it comes off the block and goes out of bounds.
With that interesting attack, I believe Erica was just trying to tool off of the block and just get an easy point off of there. If you can do that all day long without the blockers turning their hands in, which most of the time, unless they have a good coach, they won't do that. So if you can do that, that's free, easy points.
Mallet passes forward. Price sets up for Barnett. Barnett attacks that other side. Kester stays home. Murphy passes up to Boatman. Boatman from the back row. A dud off her hand. Just falls forward.
Yeah, Erica was a little early, so she hit it on the way down of her approach, and that's why it just kind of flopped in a way.
I have played volleyball before in an intramural league. Of course, not as intense as this. Besides that one team. Yeah, Callaway, let's go. Finally, hits that back line. It was a good hit. Either way, not as intense as this besides that one team for the co-ed, I think it's the Newman Club. They take it way too seriously. But whenever you're coming down, and you can try this if you have a volleyball at home.
Or any
jump
ball.
Jump up and try and hit it when you're coming down. It's one of the hardest things to do, and it always just kind of rolls off your fingertips and just falls down so flatly in front of you.
The only time when it's beneficial is if you get it over the net and it's an awkward hit.
Yeah, and then the other team's like, whoa, what do we do?
Oh, let's just give her the point.
Yeah. Bennett's serve too low. Something the Trojans hadn't really done yet was miss serves. They've only missed 1 or 2 in the entire match. Add an extra one there with Bennett's.
If I believe right, I think we're only allowed to miss. I'm not playing anymore.
Just sends you back to your glory days.
Yeah. Anyways, only allowed to make 3 serves. I missed 3 serves. Because serves are controllable.
Yeah.
In my book, apparently, it's attitudes, effort, communication, and serves. Because if you give up serves, those are giving them free points.
Same thing as free throws. Got to make your free throws. Anytime you have a chance that's controllable, you got to execute. Kester tried for that back corner.
Yep.
Think she was going for the black line instead of the blue one. 6-5, Trojans lead.
Still a good idea, but now that Riverton has seen that they're going to attack that left back corner, they need to start switching it up. Go to the right corner, go to the center corner, get the setter, make her take the first ball.
And I guarantee that's an adjustment made right in the middle of the donut. Maddie Kester, a beautiful kill, makes it 7-5.
Such a beautiful swing. Way to get on top of it, swing through, stab your wrist, and especially take advantage of that single block.
And we were talking about finding different spots on the court as Riverton finds a good spot there. And you can see Martin immediately points back to her coach. Clearly something they were talking about. And some of the adjustments that coach has made between the games, you can clearly see. I mean, the way the defense is starting to play more to this back corner instead of how it was in the other times when they were just cheating up and letting it get hit down there. And then there, you can see as Kester with another beautiful kill has Jackson fired up on the sideline.
She does an excellent job of executing, hitting in between that block. It wasn't close. That's why it was able to go through. If that block was close, different story. But I believe she could have hit through it.
Kester serves it away this time. King, she'll have her go at it. They're going to say out on the line.
Riverton fans not too happy about that one.
Yeah, yep. And the judge even said, he looked at her and was like, it's not my call.
Yeah.
Line judge calls it out, it's out.
Especially that the line judge has a better
If the line judge has a better angle, then yes. Obviously, that judge there can overrule as they're going to get one back there. It goes over the back line. That judge can't overrule at any point because he is the master of the court. It's his choice at any time.
He is ref 1.
Ref number 1. But still, in that case, that line judge had the better view of it, and they have to take that judgment into factor. Murphy to Boatman. Boatman trying for the middle. Doesn't make it. King. Hard hit, but Kester's right there. Murphy sets up to McGowan. McGowan has to work around to it. Martin tries for the quick dump. Set up by Darnaby there. Interesting play. Now Martin one more time over to King. Hit hard back at Kester, and she's prepared for it once more. McGowan with the set. Boatman with the hard hit over the back line. 1 point game.
Now Coach Jackson telling Elena not to take that ball.
That's not yours.
I love that every middle, love the enthusiasm. We talked about passing. Every middle also just deep down inside wants to be a setter as well. Takes second ball. It's right there. It's too good not to take.
Even though Murphy was right behind her.
Yeah.
Still, too much fun. McGowan tries for that corner. Ram still covering it well. As Mallet, got to be careful, as we discovered that the back row cannot do an attack. So, the libero can't do a back row attack. We'll see if they enforce that rule. Doubt it. Because I didn't even know about it. So.
Well, she can take the first pass you can take with your hands, but after that, it's game over.
She's back to serve now. She sends away. She attacks the corner. Kester's there. But the pass goes awkwardly. Kind of fell in between those two hitters.
Yeah, just communication errors right there. Just a sense of hesitancy.
Me. That's my ball.
Me, you.
Yeah. It's funny because you can be so confident and call me, but then the human body takes over and is like, don't let you run into this person. That's silly. Great save by Murphy to keep it alive, and McGowan sets over. Darnaby, hard hit. David is there for the save. Kester with the back line hit. Doesn't fall. Mallet this time. Gotta watch that 10-foot line. As McGowan tries to play for the hole, but does not. Ball doesn't lie, I suppose, as Martin doesn't get it over the net. 10-10.
Yeah, with that hit, she just hit it too far out in front of her, and that's why it just went straight down.
As the football team getting a little hyped over there, trying to cheer on their Lady Trojans. Boatman goes for the right back corner. A nice idea, but Mallet is there. David passed forward to Murphy. Bennett's shot gets blocked. Boatman's turn gets blocked as well. Goes right back at Jackson. Coach Jackson. Our score is now 11-10 as the Trojans take back the lead.
Yeah, Rachel Bennett in that middle, she recognizes that that block is not getting close. So either she's going to have to cut it just a hair more or go the other way.
Bryant serves right at the new entrant, but King takes it instead. Mallet now sets over. Murphy over to Boatman. Boatman hits hard at Barnett, but Barnett's there. Price sets up for King. King, hard hit. Bryant is there to receive it. Murphy over to Boatman one more time. Hits hard off the net. They're going to say it was tipped. It'll go out of bounds.
I'm going to give some love to Lindsey Bryant on that play. She did a great job of holding her platform and holding her finish and shrugging her shoulders, not allowing that ball to get away from her, and absolutely having a great pass coming out of that hit.
We're going to have an appeal by Coach Lipasek for Riverton. They're saying it just went off the net. But the judge says, well, and we move on. Coach Bryant, Lindsey Bryant set away now. Not coach yet. Mallet sends over. David to Murphy to Boatman. Boatman's hit at the middle. Mallet can't receive it very well, but it's still picked over by Thomason, and Price hits over. David to Murphy. Murphy up to Bennett. Bennett's turn. Hit hard off the hands of the front row. And the Trojans take a 3-point lead.
Great job by Rachel Bennett, getting blocked at the last attempt that she had for a hit. You know, seeing that she could not go that way, she went the other way and got it.
Bryant, little knuckleball serve, forces Price to lay out for it. Murphy sets up for Bennett one more time. Hit hard, but blocked down on their side. Bennett with a great save. Tiptoeing the line. King now tips over. Boatman's there, but it can't be returned. 13-11.
Great block coverage right there. Seeing that, you got blocked. Recover. Get the ball up. Don't let the ball touch the ground. That was a great job by the Lady Trojans.
Jump ball. This Columbus-Riverton JV match underway. Don't quite know which side is which. I got to assume that the Rams are 9 and Columbus is 4. Because of the sides that they're on, not because of the score. Price to King. King's hard hit way over the back line into the bleachers. 14-11. Trojans maintaining their 3-point lead as Megan Bennett returns to the match for Kaylee David. She'll assume the front row with Erica Boatman and Rachel Bennett. It'll be Murphy back to serve. In front of her, Lindsey Bryant and Maddie Kester. Murphy sends away, attacking Mallet. Now Price over to Darnaby. Darnaby attacks Boatman. Boatman with an awkward hit, still gets set up by Bennett, that was. Now it's set over to King, and the wall of Bennett tries to stop that one, but does not. Bryant sends over. Price up to Thomason, blocked down, and Megan Bennett caught out of position a little bit there. So tough to know where that ball is going to come off of the blocker's hands. Just kind of an impossible one to get to.
It's really, we preached like you should be there, but it's really, really hard to read. Especially my favorite acronym in drill is the yoga ball. Back at Fort Scott, we used to have our coach hit off a yoga ball or have a player hit off a yoga ball, and then you would have to get the ball up.
Get it up. That's all you got to do. Seems simple, right?
Yeah, it was so hard to predict where that ball was going to land.
Alexa Price serves that one, hit hard, but a good job by Riverton defense to keep it alive. Bennett forward to Murphy. She wants it again. Tips over, but Barnett's there to save it. Darnaby up to Price. Price going to attack the back corner. Good job, going to set the Trojans in their 5-1. Makes it a little awkward whenever Murphy has to receive any hit. She'll set up for Boatman this time. Hits hard off the blocker's hands into the scores table. 15-13 our score.
Yeah, you mentioned it's awkward with a 5-1 not having another backup setter. But in all reality, these Lady Trojans are doing a great job with figuring out. You have confident people like Erica Boatman, Lindsey Bryant, who have good hands and have trained. And I'm sure Coach Jackson and Coach Crane have done a great job of making sure everyone has some ability to set on the court.
Lindsey Bryant lost her gum.
Why did you point that out?
Sorry, I had to. It was too funny to watch. Just popped up right back into her hand. Bryant passes forward to Murphy. Bennett, nice little tip. Darnaby has to lay out for it, and a good job of her to get it up and over the net. Kester, though, sends it down with force. A great kill for Maddie Kester. She's starting to feel it now as she puts the Trojans ahead by 2.
Again, there was another private example of Gracie taking first ball or not being able to get there, and having someone else with the confidence to get a good ball for the hitters to swing.
Boatman with the save, but then it goes over that front row's head. Riverton plays a nice little ball to that back line. 16-15 our score. Riverton not allowing themselves to be put out of this game.
Not having Lindsey Bryant in the back row really opens up the Lady Trojans' corners and allows them to be weak.
Martin unable to get that serve over. She's had trouble from the line today. Just seems a little off of her game. But nonetheless, it's points for the Trojans as Megan Bennett serves away. A great serve by Bennett. Reaction tells me it wasn't intentional.
The way she looked at Coach Jackson. I'm sorry.
It was not intentional at all, but hey, whatever works, works. And now she'll have another go at it. She serves away now. That's who she wanted to attack the first time, I imagine. As that one's going to go off the net, and they're going to call 4. hear that crowd getting fired up for the Trojans as they are just 6 points away from taking this match against Riverton. That one's hard hit in the right spot for Riverton, and once again, they will not come back without a fight.
I think they also called it in the net as well, but I don't think it matters.
Either way, Riverton gets the point.
Yeah, that's the point.
Indeed. Barnett to serve. Passed up by David to Murphy. Kester slams down, but it's a good receive by Riverton. They'll have another chance here with McGowan. McGowan's hard hit does find the floor. 20-16, what a good year.
Great job by the back row and defense to get to the ball, not letting it drop in that spot we've seen drop countless times over this match.
Kester, good serve over the middle, attacking Mallet. Price with a nice little hit to keep it alive. Oh, and the Trojans, what a great play to keep that one up. They are flying around the floor right now. McGowan gets the extra little touch on it, and that's enough for David to get underneath it. Hit hard, and King says no more playing around. Let's get this point done with. Darnaby returns to the match for Rance. 20-17 our score. Mallet will be the one to serve. Mallet now, she sends away. Kester passes forward. McGowan, her shot off the blocker's hands. And I believe King knew it as well. She just held her hands back a little too much and it pops off to the side. She even showed her teammates that she should have brought them forward. Bryant
Shrugged her shoulders.
sends way back at the back court, and Martin has to shuffle backwards just to get there. A little interesting shot there from King. Boatman slides it forward. Price lays out for it. King to Bryant to Murphy. Over to Boatman. Hit hard, but Mallet's right there. Once again over to King. Riverton can't really get a good possession. They'll have their chance here. Price, she's going to set it for King, give her an actual shot at it. Kester's right there. Murphy over to Boatman. Hit hard, falls on the floor. 22-17, Trojans lead. And Coach Lipasek a little frustrated with the Rams play on the floor, and she's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with her. 22-17 our score. This third set coming to an end here on Girard Sports Live. Welcome back right into the action as Bryant gets set to serve away. Martin passes forward to Price. Price over to King. King's hit off the net. Bennett punches it forward, and Boatman sends over. David right there to pass it. Ooh, Bryant takes a nice little shot on the jaw from Murphy, but she's all right. Mallet passes over. David now forward to Murphy. Up to Bennett. Bennett's hard hit will not fall on the ground. Price, back row hit from Mallet. We talked about that. A great save by Barnett. Out of nowhere. Boatman now. Now Price. She'll set over to King one more time. Repetition. And repetition for the Trojans as well, but it works out. Boatman slides the line. 23-17.
A lot of good plays right there. You saw people picking up off of it, blocks, you saw swings, you saw everything. The Trojans now playing their game within the final 2 points of this match.
And Coach Lipasek, she's going to use another timeout. We'll keep it here. 23-17 our score. We're tied 1-1 in sets. Trojans just 2 points away from taking set number 3 here in this league matchup in this triangular between the Trojans, the Rams, and the Columbus Titans. Sarah, the Trojans finally starting to come within their own. Maybe they were just tired in that first set. Who knows? It seems to, whatever Coach Jackson talked about in between sets seems to have worked so far. Or maybe they're just getting lucky. Who knows?
Don't you know, Daryl? The first set's always the warm-up set.
First set doesn't matter.
No. Unless you win.
It don't matter. Unless you win.
Yeah, unless you win.
Well, and something that you notice, especially as you get to the higher levels where every game is 5 sets, is that first set is absolutely crucial. Even though we say it doesn't matter, it's absolutely crucial. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
But like I said, that separates good teams from great teams. You see the Lady Trojans, they lost the first set. They were not there. But yet in these last 2, you've seen them battle back, come back, and start playing as themselves.
Bryant blocked down by Boatman. She's able to keep it alive. Murphy sends over. Barnett to Price to King. And she'll find the hole in the defense. Bryant can't get there in time. Lays out for it, albeit a great effort. But 23-18 our score. And Price going to have to fight back.
You're going to see a lot of that trash coming over. You're going to see tips. You're going to see roll shots. You're going to see Rams doing anything in their power to claw their way back. The Lady Trojans really have to be on their toes and pick up all their trash that they dump over.
That sort of safe play as Bennett slams down. King unable to get to it. And it is game point. And it'll be the captain of the team, Gracie Murphy. She was the one who did the coin flip. That means captain. I saw it earlier in the game.
Thank you.
This one set over. Murphy to Bryant to Boatman. Boatman pops trying to hit that hole. Does not. Thomason now. Murphy to Bryant. Bryant passes over to Boatman one more time, but Barnett's there. Price over to King. King's hit, finds the hole one more time. I think Gracie got caught cheating over a little bit to the left side there. And Bryant unable to get to it. 24-19. And it's going to be Alexa Price. For the Riverton Rams, Alexa Price will have to serve for at least the next 5 points if they're to stay in this game. Yep. Bennett. A nice pass forward. Forces an awkward position for Barnett. Bryant to Murphy. Here's your chance with Bennett. And she does what no one expects. Normally coming at you with force. Instead, the big middle hitter has some touch on her fingertips. And she sets to that tee on the left side. Makes it 25-19 finish. The Trojans come back down 0-1 and will win set number 3. 25-19. They take the first league matchup against Riverton, and they'll have a break. And we're going to take a pretty long break as well. We'll have some intermittent shows there. Be able to talk over the next matchup, as well as some of the past matchups. Be able to talk over things that we couldn't talk in our pregame show, which is why we didn't do a pregame show, so that we can talk about them in this long break that we'll have in between as Columbus and Riverton are set to face off. Until then, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Trojan Volleyball on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Hello, 4 States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the 4 States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, The professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Girard Sports Live. Trojans defeat the Rams in 3 sets, winning 2-1. They lost that first set. They looked, as a phrase you would use, stuck in the mud. And that's very normal. It's the first set of the day. You're coming off a big tournament win over the weekend. First win of Coach Jackson's career at that Erie tournament, which is incredibly surprising to me with all the great teams she's had over the year.
Every time we played, we always lost to the championship.
And so it's just funny. It's funny to have that happen. But either way, they come back, and they're able to beat the Rams in 3 after some great play. They just started to get their mojo back, really, is all it was. They started to feel like the Trojans feel on the volleyball court. Their back row started to get things together. They started to be in the right spots again. And overall, it just was a lot better performance in those last 2 sets and truly showed what I think is what the Trojans should be. Now, I had been told by Coach Jackson before the game that that first set was going to be a good one. And we got a good game between the two. The Rams would not quit. They stayed in it until the very end. And you can see there that the Rams are warming up and getting set to face off against the Columbus Titans. We'll have that coverage for you guys. We're going to cut our mics, though, because I'm a Girard Sports Live announcer, not a Columbus Sports Live announcer. But we will keep the game on for you guys so you can stay updated on it. Won't just go to a million breaks that you have to watch. But overall, Sarah, I mean, we talked over some of the things that they did differently. What can you say as a former player that Coach Jackson's kind of pushing people to do differently in those scenarios?
Well, I've been out of high school for a couple years now. 2, actually. Anyways, in a game like that, you know, the first set, you're flustered. You're losing, and you shouldn't be losing. You feel like you shouldn't be losing, and that kind of gets you outbeat. So after the first set, even though you lost, you still come back and you still fight and you still have adversity. Now, Coach Jackson with that, that's a learning moment. That's a moment where you learn that, hey, our defense is not that great. We need to be in our spots. We need to pick up tips. Block coverage needs to be there. We need to play our game. You know, and that's one thing that Coach Jackson probably was preaching in the huddles. She also was probably preaching, you know, move the ball around a lot more. We saw a lot of times where we were setting our outsides when we had a middle, or like a middle option or a back row option, and then we would have a block there. Just the first set is a learning set. Every game you win, every game you lose is a learning set and a learning game.
That's exactly right. And something else is that in that first set, you're also learning the tendencies of the other team. You've probably faced these teams and these players a million times throughout your life, but it still takes a couple of points to figure out really what they're doing.
Although you've watched film and you know, yeah, we should hit their left back corner because it's open, or it appears open on film, doesn't mean that the other team hasn't worked since that game that was filmed and that game that you've watched. Between every match, teams adjust. They get better throughout the season, and we're in the mid of season right now. Sub-state's coming up, but all of these games are just learning games, really.
Yeah, and like you said, both teams are watching film. Both teams are improving, and both coaches are seeing what they can do better all season long, because the end goal is winning sub-state, going on to state, and then winning that state championship. And they're going to do whatever they can to get there, substitution-wise, movement-wise, playing your spots right. And I feel like Coach Jackson's kind of found the right formula with this team. She's found what works with them, and they're doing a great job.
I 100% agree. They're doing a great job. Although we did see some hesitations and communication errors, this team is chemically perfect. They know each other. They've played alongside each other for years. They know each other. They know if Gracie's going to get to a ball or not. They know if Lindsey Bryant's going to be there to back them up. They know if Rachel's going to get that block and get it set for her outsides to come when a middle hitter is hitting. They know each other.
And that team has been together for so long. They've got 5 seniors on the team, and then the 2 other players, Megan Bennett and Maddie Kester, both juniors. A lot of experience, especially since Maddie has played all 4 years. Oh, and Erica Boatman, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't forget Erica Boatman. I looked at the page and I went down and I saw Maddie's name. I was like, oh, okay, that's the only one that's shit, Megan Bennett, she's on there too. But yeah, so 3 juniors on the team, 5 seniors, heavily experienced.
Yeah.
Next year it's going to be quite interesting to see who steps up, as you're losing your setter, you're losing a couple crucial front row hitters in Elena and Rachel, and then your libero, Lindsey Bryant, who we don't speak about enough, I don't think.
Oh my gosh, that girl is one of the best liberos I've seen to come through Girard program, because she moves, she gets there, she hypes her girls up. She is in every play, whether or not you like it or not.
She's great. And then Kaylee David coming in to play that back row, so spectacular her whole high school career. It's really just been a solid team the whole way through, and they've had plenty of experience to play in varsity. They've gotten their chance throughout the years. Maddie started when she was a freshman. Erica had some goes when she was a freshman as well. I believe Megan got a shot when she was lower there in the freshman years. Maybe 1 or 2 games. Did some blowouts, some trash time, that the JV gets to come in. But that's experience nonetheless. And they're getting to play on the big boy court over here, and finally feeling what it's like to be in the moment, in that varsity matchup, seeing what it's all about. And it's just so awesome to see them all finally come together. This puzzle piece that they've been working on for 4 years now is finally finished, it looks like. Not yet.
I wouldn't
They've
say
got the state championship to go.
Yes, yes. It could be all said and done whenever they are bringing home the trophy from the state championship.
Got to bring home that plaque, bring home the gold. Well, we'll take another very extended break. It'll be about 3 minutes long, and when we come back, the Titans and the Rams will be playing volleyball. Oh, you got something else you want to talk about?
I was going to talk about the Erie tournament.
Oh, go ahead.
You said Coach Jackson's #1. First time winning first there. I just want to hit on Gracie Murphy. I don't think we talk about her enough, and that may be that I'm biased because I was a setter growing up. But she hit her 1,000 assists at the Erie tournament.
Well, 1,000 assists, a mark that every setter should be going to. And if I'm not mistaken, one that only really gets hit with a couple years of playing.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get 1,000 assists. It's just an impressive mark to hit.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to
Anything
talk
else?
about.
Nothing else in the Erie tournament? That's it?
Yep.
All right. Well, now we're going to go to break. Be about 2.5 minutes now because that took 30 seconds. When we come back, the Columbus Titans and the Riverton Rams will be playing. We will have our mics cut off, though. Might not even be here. But we will allow that to play out in front of you guys so you can at least see the league matchup going on. And then we'll return for the Girard Trojan Columbus Titan game to follow here on Girard Sports Live.
Are you tired of waiting for your internet to load at a snail's pace? Or feeling like your connection is slower than a sloth's morning routine? Maybe your current internet feels as speedy as a sunbathing turtle. Well, say goodbye to the slow lane and welcome to Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, where we leave the slow movers in the dust. You'll zoom through the web faster than Sharky being swarmed by his adoring fans. Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, because life's too short to wait for slow connections.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do-it-yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at bigironauctions.com.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Girard Sports Live. We're finally back because the Trojans are now set to take on the Columbus Titans. Titans losing in an unfortunate fashion to the Riverton Rams. Rams were able to defeat them in 2 sets, and according to the transitive property of mathematics, that means the Trojans should defeat them in 2 sets. And in case you're wondering what the transitive property is, if A is greater than B and B is greater than C, then A is greater than C. Now, of course, we'll see if that actually happens. In every sport, it's always up to the whim of the team and how they're playing in that game and the wind in the air conditioning coming from the vents. So we'll see how everything goes coming up in this next match. But first, we need to talk over a couple of things. Firstly, your presenting sponsor is Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. We've got about 8 minutes or so until the first serve of the match, where the Columbus Titans face off against the Girard Trojans in their second league match here in the Triangular. Trojans defeated the Riverton Rams in 3 sets. The Riverton Rams defeated the Titans in 2 sets. And we got volleyball matches underway here in just a little bit. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, keys to the game, expert analysis, and so much more, all here on Girard Sports Live.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Welcome back to Girard Sports Live. We're here on our pregame show. This pregame show, as always, of course, is brought to you by the one and only. So good that it needs a prolonged introduction while I fix our stream. Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, we're in the pregame show, so Sarah, we saw the Trojans get off to a slow start to the Riverton Rams. What do they need to do differently here against the Columbus Titans in order to win?
We said it in the Riverton Rams game, especially after that first set. They really need to stick with themselves. They need to do their volleyball and not, be to the level of their opponent. They need to continue Girard volleyball, not Columbus volleyball, not Riverton volleyball. They need to be within themselves.
Well, that's exactly right. Got to play your game. Got to do what you got to do to win. Don't worry about the other team. They'll fall into place, I'm sure. They're going to hit some good shots. They're going to hit some bad ones. You just got to make sure you take advantage of the bad ones and suppress the good ones.
Yes. If I was Columbus right now and I watched that game against Riverton, I'm going to tip. I'm going to throw over trash. I'm going to do everything I can to get Girard to hesitate and lack communication. But with that, the Trojans have to do their job. They have to not compensate for everybody else's. Just do your job. Be where you're supposed to be. Play good defense. Get back on defense. Because a lot of the time they're watching the ball. They're watching the play happen and not getting there.
And if you look at the paper, on paper, the Girard Trojans are a better team than the Columbus Titans. We talked about the Titans' record beforehand, which was 0-15-3, I believe you looked up.
Yes.
That's, of course,
according to Max Prep.
According to Max Prep, so there's a high chance that that's wrong, but we're going to go with it. So, not having a win on the season yet, according to Max Preps, usually means your team hasn't found their chemistry yet. And the Girard Trojans have exactly that, chemistry. And so, on paper, they should win this game. Now, we'll see what happens because teams always end up playing to their opponents. And that is a fault that almost every team out there has. But it seems like the Columbus Titans are able to play up to their competition almost every time they face off, especially against the Girard Trojans, against the rival in the league. And so we'll see how this game goes. It's always interesting before a game when you think about league rivals because they're just coming in playing scrappy. They've got nothing to lose. They're an 0-15-3 team. Their hopes of state and beyond, they're kind of fleeting at this moment. Obviously, you can make a run in the end. That's why they have the playoff set up. But they've got next to no chance, basically, is what I'm saying. And so they got nothing to lose. It would make their entire week to come in here and take down this team in the Trojans.
And personally, to me, that's the scariest team you could ever face because they're going to do whatever they can to dethrone you in a way. They're going to throw over trash. They're going to do everything you're not expecting them to do. And a lot of times, it's one of the tougher games you play because, you know, you have to be within yourself. You have to play your game, and it's easy to slump down to teams like that and play their game. And then that's when games get close.
Yeah, and it's kind of that Nick Saban factor, a little reference for you guys. Even if Alabama would be winning a game by 60, he'd be mad at his team for making mistakes. And even if you're beating a team for the Girard Trojans' sake, Coach Jackson is going to make sure her team's absolutely perfect because she knows if you're going to go far in the state tournament, you have to be perfect. If you're not perfect, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And it shows in the banners how hard volleyball state is. No banners up for the state championship in volleyball because it's one of the hardest sports to make it all the way in. Quit looking for it. They have separate banners for the state championships on the side, Sarah. Gosh.
Well, I was looking up like runner-up and stuff because I know it was during Ashley Ray's time period. They went to state.
Ashley Ray, Sydney Crane, the like.
Yeah.
That same year that they won the basketball state championship, which you have those banners on the wall. Banner, I should say. But still, for that matter, volleyball an incredibly hard sport to make it all the way in. You pretty much have to be perfect.
Yeah.
This team's got a chance with the height and hitting ability that they have on the front row.
And it's really anyone's game at anyone's day. We say, like, volleyball, a lot of volleyball goes into, like, little things, like picking up tips, leaving for your block at the right time, following the ball, making sure you're having, like, communication and knowing where your hitters are, who they should set to. And, like, all of it is just knowledge. Having intention with the ball. We saw in the Riverton set, once they got a few points, they still kept hitting the ball, but they were smart about their hits. They tried line, they did cross, they tipped to the tees. They try to find the holes, and that with everything, you have to have intention.
That's exactly right. Those keys to the game are brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV. That's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highway 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. We don't have time for another break, so that's going to wrap up our Community National Bank and Trust pregame show as we get set and ready for the Girard Trojans to face off against the Columbus Titans. Remember the Titans. Always a classic. Yeah, I see all the errors on the screen. I see it, trust me. Don't you worry.
I was just helping you out.
It looks like Lindsey Bryant, Maddie Kester, Elena McGowan, Gracie Murphy, Erica Boatman, Rachel Bennett, and Kaylee David going to be the starters. And then here on the Columbus side, it's going to be Kinsley Blackledge, Ruby Stover, Tatum Kirk, Katie Moody, Morgan Richards, and Tori Tedlock. Those are your starting lineups. They're brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. Looks like Trojans going to get an early lead on the Columbus Titans.
Great job by Erica Boatman to find and swing through that block, honestly, and use it to get that first point to give the Trojans momentum.
This opening Trojan serve is brought to you by Farmers Bank. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Whew. Columbus steals one back. Kirk serves away. Murphy's going to set back line for Kester. That one's going to go out.
Yeah, she was just facing that way. That's why it went out. Everything about her swing was good. Swing, like snapping was good. Follow through was good. She just was facing that way.
Kirk's going to get another serve. They lead 2-1. Bryant passes forward to Murphy. Murphy back to Boatman. Off the hoop. And you got to love to win a point like that. Home field advantage, as they say.
Yep. Great swing on Erica Boatman to go cross with that. If she is in trouble and needs to push, that back corner is open.
Boatman with a nice serve. It's received well by Columbus. Kester, and she'll slam it down. Blows past 3 Columbus defenders, making it 3-2. Boatman will have another serve. And an awkward pass there from Richards falls right in front of Tedlock, making our score 4-2.
We mentioned aggressive serves. Aggressive serves are a key to this game. You got to keep Columbus on their toes, keep them out of system and not able to set up a good offense.
Mooney back to Tedlock, the left-handed hit. Murphy sets over. Kirk with a nice pass. Mooney sets up for Tedlock one more time. She'll have to eat it, hits it right into the net, and it falls in front of her, 5-2. Trojans lead up to 3 now. Boatman going on a little run from the serving stripe.
That's another thing. Tori Tedlock being a lefty is going to throw the Trojans off for a little bit. That block really needs to recognize which hand she's using and set up off of it.
Tedlock to Mooney, back to Tedlock. That's kind of the combination they like. Kester able to save it though. Once again, back up to her. And it was a nice job on the front row by Stover to just hit it back down. Gracie was going up for her set, and then it just got spiked back down into her instead.
Yeah, she's got to be careful or that would be roofing.
Stover. Bennett. And they're going to say down on the line. A nice little shot there by Bennett. Instant replay would have showed that on the line as well.
That's a great job by Bennett, getting pushed that far to your left. The only option is to go cross with it.
Murphy now sets cross court to Kester. Kester's hard hit, not going to find the floor. Mooney sets up for Tedlock. She'll hit right at Bennett. Bennett, a nice back row pass. Murphy sets up for Boatman. That one's going to fly over the back row, which we can't really see. Could you move that camera just a little bit?
How do you want it moved?
I just want to be able to see. Yeah, that looks good to me. That way we can at least see a little bit of the corner, you know what I mean? Blackledge serves away now. Bryant passes forward to Murphy. Murphy sets up to Boatman. Backline hit from Boatman goes right off the net. It's going to be 4 hits on the Trojans.
I really enjoy seeing a back row attack. I like mixing it up. We have not only 3, but you have a 4th hitter in the mix.
And that 4th hitter, Maddie Kester, passes it forward to McGowan. Mooney going to set up this time. Kind of an awkward hit off the net, but it's received well by the Trojans. Mooney now over to Tedlock. And that one's going to get just over the blocker's hands. 6-6, Titans tie it up.
I will say Erica Boatman and Maddie Kester both do a really, really good job of getting their feet set and finding that ball and not overrunning it or underrunning it, and do a great job of just getting the ball over.
Kester now spikes down, and the Titans try with all their might, but they can't quite get it over the net. 7-6, 1 point lead back for the Trojans. Megan Bennett will be able to serve, and it looks like substitution for the Titans. It's going to be Bentley Townsend that comes in. She'll come in, and Blackledge will take a seat. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. The volleyball rolls over from the JV court.
Yeah, the Titans are running a 6-2, a modified kind of 6-2. So they'll have Mooney playing 4 rotations as a setter, and then whenever they switch to defense, they'll have a number 3 come back in.
Megan Bennett with a little ace there. Trojans lead by 2 here in set number 1. Bennett sends away, pass forward, hit hard at Bryant, but she's right there. Murphy sets up, Kester now. Hits down the line, a beautiful shot. Hugs the candy cane, doesn't hit it though, 9-6.
Great job by Maddie Kester, really finding that hole. The Trojan offense really needs to hit the back corners. They're wide open.
That pass gonna go out of bounds, out of the reach of the Titans as well. 10-6. Megan Bennett going on a little bit of a run. We saw the Rams, if you watched any of that matchup, kind of take over in the second set. They really got out to a big lead, and I believe they won 25-9 in the end.
Yes.
A large margin to win by, but the first set was a little bit closer. So we'll see if that fatigue from coming off 2 matches has any effect on the Titans.
Well, that's the worst part about tries. You have the home team that plays 1, sits 1, and then plays, so that could be good or bad because you're resting in between, or you could be cold. But the other 2 teams, they play back-to-back, and you get fatigued and tired.
That's where conditioning comes in.
Yeah.
As Tedlock serves away. David with a nice pass forward. Murphy over to Kester. Kester pushes it the other way. Fakes with the right, goes with the left. Not the only lefty ability on the court. 11-7 our score.
That tee is open all day. If she's ever in trouble, she needs to get out of a rut. They need points. Go there.
A nice little dig on the back row for the Titans. Boatman and McGowan there on the block. No one's there to recover for the Titans, and it's going to cause a timeout to be called by Coach Layson over there for the Titans. We'll take one as well. 12-7 our score here in set number 1 on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Right back into the action as Kester serves away. She'll pass back to Murphy. Murphy over to Boatman. Boatman, nice little tip, but it's received well by Kirk. Back up to Kirk for the chance. Gets right over all the blockers' hands, and Bryant wasn't quite there in time. So it's going to be a point back for the Titans.
It looked like David really faked her out, thought she was going to take it with her hands, but then Lindsay was right behind her to take it.
Just a slight miscommunication between the 2 rows of defenders. It appears that Richards comes back into the matchup to serve. She'll send it away. David passes forward. Boatman has to receive it. And Kester takes over to pass it over. This one's set up for Kirk. High hit. Kester receives. Boatman pushes the line. And the diving attempt by Tedlock, but it goes out the door out of any Titan reach. Rachel Bennett comes back into the matchup for McGowan. She'll take a nice little seat, nice little break. And Trojans will have a 5-point lead.
Yeah, the Trojans doing a great job right here just to play their volleyball game and being them, working on things that they need to work on.
Murphy over to Kester. And Richards. Pass goes over the net into the JV court. Gives Lindsey Bryan another chance from the stripe. You know, your goal as a team is to see the least amount of servers possible. And that can either be a good thing or a bad thing. But Titans set up there. Nice little hit over. Boatman left in an awkward spot. forced to just hit it into the net and accept what happens.
Yeah, really nothing she can do there.
Looks like over on the JV side, Titans currently lead by 2. This would be the second set for them over there. I believe the Trojans did win the first set, however. Never mind, they didn't, according to Sarah's head shake.
They lost by 3.
Unfortunate. Boatman from the middle spot goes off the blocker's hands, 15-9. If this game is anything like the Riverton Ram game, that'll be the last points that the Columbus Titans score until the end. Murphy now from the stripe, sends away. Richards passes forward to Mooney. Mooney sets up. It was a good hit down, but Bryant and Murphy both there. Boatman does a good swing hit to get it over. Back up to Boatman this time. Blocked down, but Bennett with a great receive. Forward to Murphy. Back over to Boatman one more time, and this time she finds the mark. 16-9 our score.
I would say the Trojans need to move the ball around, but right now it's working. I don't think I've seen a single set go backside, and the middle has been pretty dry. Let's, use Rachel Bennett, but it's working, so I'm not going to say it.
Not going to get the chance on that volley as that serve goes over the back line. So we're not destined to have a 25-9 game. Bryant up to Murphy. Murphy to Bennett, trying to switch it around. Kirk passes way over to Tedlock. She'll hit way cross court into the Trojan bench. 17-10. It'll be Boatman back to serve now. She sends away and attacks the middle between Richards and Tedlock, but it will go out of bounds. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution as well. Bryant receives the serve, set up for Bennett, and Bennett, without a doubt.
She is killing it from the middle. She's really, her and Gracie have such a good chemistry. You can see it here. There's been multiple times where Gracie has put the ball in her hands perfectly, where Rachel can just get on top of the ball and find a hole on the court.
She can also pass from the back row. The other Bennett makes an attempt at it. Looks like she jumped just a little bit too early. 18-12 our score now. It's going to be Blackledge back to serve. Bryant up to Murphy. Murphy was trying for the middle hit for Kester, but she wasn't there for it. Miscommunication between the Titans. What a save over on the side from Blackledge. Gets a little high five from Mooney right in between it. And rightfully so, a well-deserved point for the Titans. And they'll bring it within 5.
Yeah, that was an amazing hustle play right there by her.
Boatman up to Murphy, and Kester just goes for the little tip. Tedlock this time. Awkward hit, but Boatman gets underneath it. But it's all going to be for naught because of the ball rolling into the court. Man, we need to get control of that over there.
It's only good when it's good.
Boatman made a great hustle play. See if it pays off here. McGowan going for the quick set. Almost finds the hole, but Mooney with a great hustle gets back to it. Boatman to Murphy. Murphy sets up to Kester. Kester letting it all go. We're going to try for McGowan this time. She goes for a quick set. Didn't really like that off her hands. Boatman, a nice pass forward to Murph. They'll back set to Bennett, and that's a good job of switching it up, and it causes some confusion on the Titans side, 19-13.
Yeah, I got all 3 positions right there. Never let the Titans know exactly who you're setting to repeatedly over time.
Looks like Townsend will return to the match. Blackledge will go take a seat. And Bennett serves over. Mooney to Townsend. That tip over. Gonna find the mark, 19-14. David will return, and Megan Bennett will take a seat. Looks like Mooney is, Tedlock. There's two very distinctive glasses on the Titan side. All I could see there were the glasses, so I took a chance. Mooney, however, does enter the play. She'll get the block. Brings the Titans within 4. And Coach Jackson's going to have to call a timeout, talk to her team. Titans didn't even know until now. How about that? 19-15 our score. We'll keep it here. Titans doing a good job of staying in this match. Trojans still have the lead due to a good run they had earlier in the matchup. Starting to falter a little bit, need to refocus, and I believe that's exactly the purpose of the timeout that Jackson just called.
Yeah, the purpose of that timeout is just to reel our team back in, tell them to take a breath. Let's finish out this game. You have one more point until your last game to 5.
19-15 our score. Bryant up to Murphy, over to Kester. Slammed hard and out of the reach of Townsend. 20-15 now.
That donut is open all day too. If they ever need a quick get out of something, right there.
Now Kester, she'll serve away. Kirk will be hit down by Boatman, rolls off of Mooney's face. On that one.
That was just lucky. There's nothing you could do about that.
Luck be thy favor. And Richard's going to come back in. 20-16. Richard serves away. Bryant forward to Murphy, over to Boatman. Her hit this time, going to be received by Richards. Townsend over to Kirk. Kirk with an interesting swinging hit. David, good job to get to it. McGowan's hit's blocked down on the front row by Stover. Makes it 20-17.
Good pickup by Kaylee David. Right there, knowing where the ball is going to be. Perfect pass.
Richards with the short serve. And Boatman with the hard hit. Mooney now. Sent to the back corner. Kester's right there. They'll set back to Boatman. Her roll down the line will go into the door. It was a good hustle by Tedlock. But unfortunately, the point goes in favor of the Trojans. Unfortunately for her, not for me.
Yeah, whose side are you on?
The maroon and gold, of course.
I bleed maroon and gold.
Bryant. Richards has to dive to get that one down. Mooney able to get it over. David pass forward to Murphy. Murphy up to Bennett. And Bennett straight down.
Glad she got her hands on her head. Or she would have got hit in the head.
Townsend wins the sprint over to the ball. Wish we could have got that on film. But we didn't. You just have to trust me. They took off like a lightning bolt. Bryant now, she'll be back to serve. 5-point lead for the Trojans, 3 points away from victory here in set number 1. Townsend now goes out of the game. Blackledge returns. This time it is Mooney back to serve. Kester, nice job to get down and dig that one. Boatman with a good set. Mooney with also a good set, punched over. Interesting choice. And Bennett, a hard hit, but Mooney gets underneath it. David now forward to Murphy. Over to Boatman. Boatman's hard hit. But Titans doing a good job of receiving this offensive powerhouse on the front row.
They're only single blocking too. So that gives the Trojans a lot more opportunities. They can go line, they can go cross, but it doesn't give them that many tipping opportunities because with only having one blocker, you have more people to pick up your tips.
And now the wall of Bennett returns to the front row as Murphy serves away. Mooney sets up for Stover. And Bennett with a nice set. Mooney over to Kirk this time. Kester's there to receive it. And
it should be Girard's point. Yeah, we have in the net.
Okay, there we go. I was waiting for a signal. I could not tell where that ball fell. So I was waiting for a signal the entire time, but hey, 24-18. Set point here. Murphy sends away. Tedlock receives. Mooney up to Blackledge. Hard hit, but Bryant's there. Murphy hustles to get underneath it. It's in the hoop. And worth a try by Kester, but every time it goes up into the hoop, no telling what's going to happen.
It's anyone's game.
Kirk back now. Short serve. Boatman still hits away. It's coming right at us. And it's going to fall, making it 25-19 victory here in set number 1. Trojans pull away from the Titans, and they'll get the victory early on. We'll see if that momentum carries on throughout the next set. Only needing one more to win the entire match and pick up 2 league victories. We'll see if they can do that when we return to Girard Sports Live.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Welcome back to Girard Sports Live. Trojans take set number 1 with a nice 25-19 victory. And they're set to take away here, as Titans don't really have a lot of momentum coming into any of their matches, as they have fallen in every single one.
Don't say that yet, Daryl. Still got 2 more sets, if needed, to play.
So they don't have momentum coming in. Not that they're not going to get any momentum. As that pass goes off of Mooney's hands into the bench. 1-0. Murphy will be back to serve once more. This is the last match of the day. Both courts, the opposite court has cleared out after the JV suffered a loss to the JV Titans. Boatman's hit rolls the net and falls out of bounds.
It was close to being in, though.
It was close, but no cigar. No?
I was going to say that.
Mooney will be back to serve now.
Some would say you took the cigar right out of my mouth.
Yeah, there you go. Bennett, nice pass to Murphy. Back row hit for Maddie. Mooney sets up for Blackledge. Bennett. Her hit finds the mark, goes off the blocker's hands, right in front of Mooney's hands. Makes it 2-1. Trojans take back the lead.
Rachel Bennett has been successful swinging that way all night.
She's doing a great job of hitting out of that spot right there on the left side of the court. Not quite middle, but just off to the left. Little miscommunication there from the Titans causes that one to fall down.
Yeah, all the passes have been pushed to the left, therefore she has to go to her setter, as any good middle should and would. And it gives her all that cross court to swing and gives her more room.
And she's been taking advantage of it and swinging as hard as she can because she's got all that court to play with. But for right now, she's been hitting right in the middle of the donut, and it's been working out for her. Boatman's serve received by Blackledge. Mooney back up to Blackledge this time. It's hit by Bennett, but it'll fall out of bounds on the Trojan side. 4-2. Titans take one back, and Kirk, number 2, will be up to serve.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate play. The Titans really used the block and gave Girard a little taste of their own medicine.
Gave him a free one. Bennett now, hard hit. Well, we talked about going cross court. Goes for the short side this time and doesn't quite find the line.
Yeah, swinging that way, being pushed that far to the left is really hard to do, and you can't turn your thumb anymore. On that one, she just turned her thumb too much.
Kester, the hard hit down. No chance for the Titans to save it. 5-3 our score. This one, the second set, Trojans trying to take it all. Titans trying to tie it up. Mooney sets up middle for Stover. And they'll say it goes out of bounds on the back line.
There might have been a touch there. I don't know for sure, though.
No signal for a touch, so we'll have to go with the judge's word. But I do agree. My first initial thought was that it went off the blocker's hands in the front row, but alas, Stover serves away. Boatman to Murphy, up for McGowan. McGowan's had some trouble getting it over that blockers. We'll see if she can fix that going on. She passes forward. Murphy will set up for Kester. And Kester, a neat little push. Able to hug the blue line. Increases the lead to 2.
You were talking about Elena having trouble with that block. To really get over that, you're going to have to work around it. Either go, for example, she was hitting the outside. Line is open all day. They're not blocking line whatsoever. In the middle, you're going to have to start cutting more rather than swinging into.
And that also could come with the fact that Elena's only had 2 plays today where she's gone for a touch hit where she's tried to hit to the back as a single blocker gets her there, but she resends it back, delivers back to Favor, and it's 7-5, Trojans lead. Blackledge exits the game, Townsend comes back in.
Yeah, it looks like Columbus is going to have to start cheating more and knowing that our middles are going to hit to the right side. So either it's time to start tipping and switching it up or just cutting different.
Elena goes for a finesse there, asking you shall receive, I suppose. Boatman hits hard, but it's well received by the Trojans. Excuse me, by the Titans. Bryant forward to Murphy, over to McGowan. McGowan's hard hit. Almost takes the flag out of our line judge's hand. 7-6, Titans staying tight into this one.
On that ball, she was just a second late and didn't snap either, and that's why it sailed out of bounds just like that.
Tedlock serves away. Murphy sets up for Boatman. Boatman hard hit. Nice dig by Tedlock. She'll try again. One more time, falls on the Titans side. Kirk passes over, and it does get over. They've got a gap in their defense. But Elena goes to the other side, finds the hole, 8-6.
It's like she was listening to us.
Almost.
She did a good job really switching up where she's hitting and having that pass where it was located set her up perfectly. She wasn't forced to go to one side. She had 2 options.
Bryant serves short right in front of Tedlock. She'll hit from the back line. Murphy goes for a dump. Expert play by the senior leader. Murphy picks the spot and hits it. Increases their lead to 3.
I love setter dumps. I had one of my, actually she was my roommate in college. She hated setter dumps every time, but they're sneaky. They're one of the best plays, personally.
And I believe that's the first time we've really seen a true dump from Gracie, as you know, the other time she's been sending it over.
Especially being in the front row, she's able to jump and go over the net. While opposed to being in the back row, you can't cross the height of the net.
Great hit down there by Rachel Bennett. Pass forward, Townsend sets up to Kirk. Kirk sends it back. Bryant able to get underneath it. Bennett, hard hit. Townsend receives. Bryant forward to Murphy, over to Boatman. Boatman with the hard hit, hard off Tedlock's hands. She calls for it, but unable to send it over the net, hits it right into the net for that matter. Makes it 11-6, and we're going to get a timeout for the Titans. We'll keep it right here, as I think you had something you wanted to say.
I was going to say the reason why the hit went like that is because she caught it outside and in front of her, and it just rolled off her hands wrong. And we say it, we both say it. Volleyball is very quick. A hesitation can get you a bad pass or a bad hit soaring out of bounds. Volleyball is all about chemistry, connecting, and doing well.
Yeah, and I don't know if Tedlock really hesitated there, as she had called for that ball. It just seemed like kind of an awkward hit.
Yeah.
She just didn't really get underneath it well. And
yeah, it was just she caught it outside.
yeah, Coach Jackson using all the time out here.
Giving her girls a breather. Looks like we're
wiping up the floor as well.
Yeah,
Getting ready to go.
If I was Coach Jackson, I would be saying, you know, keep pushing. We have 4 more until our game to 15. Let's keep playing our game, keep doing us, keep the momentum going. Don't let them back in this game.
And Maddie uses Kaylee David as a mop, and Bryant serves away. Kirk, blocked down by the wall of Bennett. Bryant forward to Murphy, and Rachel Bennett firing on all cylinders, defensively and offensively, doubles the score of the Titans.
They're going back to the spot.
Man, they can't let it go.
Oh, now we got a towel.
We got a real towel now, yeah. Instead of just
Kaylee David.
Instead of just Kaylee David. Bryant seems unfazed. Awkward little pass, but Mooney saves it. David forward to Murphy. Go right back to her, why don't you? And she blocks it down the wall of Bennett one more time. 13-6 our score, and Rachel Bennett sending the Trojans up and beyond.
Great job at Rachel Bennett, not only on the hit, but playing the net, being a force to be reckoned with up there.
Bryant, she'll serve near side. Townsend sends it back over to Kirk. Just gets over Bennett's hands. Boatman, her chance at it. Doesn't quite find the hole. A little frustrated with that shot, it looked like. Didn't quite close the block there. Bennett has a chance at it, but it's a good receive by the libero. That hit forward into the net. Bennett was ready to block it again. 14-6.
She was there.
She was there in position. Bryant now going on a bit of a run. Sends short. Kirk passes forward to Townsend. Townsend going to be a long shot for the back row. Over to Boatman. Boatman slams it down. No one there to receive it.
It's a great job at hitting seams. It's always good whenever you hit a ball down and the other two people go, is that yours? Is that mine?
They kind of just stare at each other like, man, neither of us were getting that.
Man, that was a good hit.
Valid. Tedlock sends it forward. Kester's there. Set up for Bennett. Bennett's hard hit. She looked a little shocked that that one found the floor, but it will. And now the Trojans have a double-digit lead over the Titans.
That just proves how good, how well connected this team is. You have a play like that where it looked like they were trying to run a 3 outside, but since the pass kind of got shifted to the left, it had to, adjustments had to be made, but they understood where they were and they were able to put the ball down.
David sent to run for it. Man, she just has to run all the errands today. You almost feel bad for her. She looks like she's having a good time, though. Smile on that face. Hard not to have a smile when your team's playing well. And Bryant, once again from the serving stripe. A high floating serve. And they seem to like something attacking the middle there. Trinity Green unable to get underneath it for the second time. 12-point lead for the Trojans. And I would have to bet they're going to go right back at her. They do. She passes forward to Townsend, over to Kirk. Kester Forward to Murphy, over to Boatman. Boatman with a hard hit, blocked at the front line by Mooney. And then the second pass goes under the net. Kirk unable to get to it, 19-6. Trojans just 6 points away from sealing off a sweep of the league matchup. Bryant sends a floater towards Kirk this time. And a slight miscommunication between the front row players. 20-6 is our lead.
Yeah, last mini game of 5 here for the Trojans. They just got to keep pushing, play their own game. We've been preaching it all night. Might as well do it these last 5 points.
Bryant gets away with one there. Set up for Boatman. Boatman's hard hit. Off of Tedlock into the stands. And some rowdiness from the crowd opposite. They better know they're on the mic. Bryant. She's had a long, long day at the serving stripe. Sends a floater over, not willing to give it up yet. Passes forward to Murphy. Bennett takes away. And that one will get over. Over to Boatman this time. Hit hard. Boatman with a nice hit. 22-6. Trojans keep on rolling. Maddie looks a little frustrated over there. I think she'd rather be on the front row right now, having all the fun that Boatman and Bennett are having. Bryant. High floating serve at Green. Passes it forward to Townsend. Kirk has to come way in to receive it. And they're going to get a lift called on Boatman. She just kind of threw her hands out there, caught it a little bit, and that unfortunately is illegal.
It's one of those where you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. Woo! That's the ball. Richards now comes in to serve. Sends it away. Kester passes forward to Murphy. Back to Boatman. Swinging shot for Boatman. Kirk will force it over. Tries to find a spot, but Bryant with a great hustle. Kester, hard hit from the back line. Makes it 23-7.
That tandem with Erica Boatman, man, that is killer. Having Maddie hit from the back row while Erica fakes out the blocker.
And who better to come in to end the game? Gracie Murphy will be at the serving stripe. The wall of Bennett up in front. Kester hitting from the back row, and Bowman in there to round it all off. And now they're 1 point away from sweeping the triangular tonight. Murphy, she'll be the one to serve it up. Tedlock passes forward. Townsend back to Tedlock. That'll go way over the back line, and that'll be all she wrote. Girard Trojans win in dominating fashion in set number 2, and they'll take the series win over the Columbus Titans. They also beat the Riverton Rams earlier today.
That makes them 18-2 on the season.
18-2. Titans fall to 0-17-3, I believe, because Max Preps did not update the Riverton game yet. Yep. Rough season for them so far. I'm sure they'll pick it up at some point. Titans always seem to manage to get their athletics back on point throughout the season. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Coach Jackson up here with us for the post-game coach interview, and then we'll be straight into our post-game show and on our way back to Yell Like Hell practice. Because unfortunately, I have to do that this year. Got the signal from Coach. She is actually coming up, so that's a good sign. We'll take a quick break, and she'll be back whenever we come back to Girard Sports Live.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
First one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Welcome back to Girard Sports Live. I'm Daryl McLeod and alongside Sarah Goebel, and now joined by Coach Jackson. Coach, good win tonight.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Always a pleasure to have you up here on the Eastside Cafe postgame show. Experience the best breakfast in town 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard. Proud supporters of Trojan Athletics. Well, let's just get straight into it. You started off the night against the Riverton Rams, lost that first set. It was kind of a slow start. How'd you rally your team back to win against the Riverton Rams?
Well, I had to remind them of our end goal, and right now they're really tired from our tournament from the weekend, so I think we just needed a second to kind of settle in. Their nerves were going because they knew how important tonight was for them. Once they settled in, things started to look a little bit better, so that's good.
Yeah.
Win on paper.
Yeah, that's no picture on the record on the season, so it doesn't really matter how it gets done as long as it does.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Erie tournament. We had mentioned earlier that it was your first time ever winning the Erie tournament.
Yeah, we've played that tournament for years, and usually we'll get a tournament win middle season, end of season, but not that early, so good things are happening in this gym right now.
What was Erie tournament like?
Oh, man, it was a long day. So they're tired tonight because that tournament lasted probably 11 hours. And really we only got maybe 2 30-minute breaks. So, I mean, they're consistently playing for 11 straight hours. And, I mean, I would be tired if I were them. But they came out tonight and won. So played Neodesha, lost to Neodesha. But they were a very solid team, came back, won everything else, got to have some redemption from Lebo last year.
Yep.
So that was good, won Lebo in the championship game. It was good. It was a good day. So
awesome.
Sounds like a long, good day.
It was very long. I couldn't talk or walk the next day, but
at least you had the Sunday rest.
Yeah.
So what's practice look like tomorrow?
At this point in our season, we're playing 10 matches this week. We played probably 10 last week. So at this point in the season, it's just trying to keep all my varsity starters healthy. So we don't see injuries. We don't start seeing sicknesses. So they do tend to get a little bit shorter when we're playing every other day and playing so many matches. In October, things start to kind of ease up, but September's really brutal for them physically wise.
Looking ahead, you got a matchup coming up on Thursday. That'll be kind of the round out of this week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or do you have another tournament this week?
Oh, no, we got another tournament.
Oh, it never stops, does it?
Yeah, 10 matches this week. So this was only 2 of them. So Thursday we'll see Fort Scott and Lewisburg, and we did lose to Lewisburg right after we played them in a Frontenac tournament. So it'll be good to see them when we're nice and fresh to see what the girls are capable of.
Little redemption.
Yes, that would be great. And then Saturday we head to Carl Junction. So I'm excited to go to Carl Junction because we're going to see some heavier teams that we don't typically see. I kind of get tired of playing Frontenac 4 and 5 times a year. So some new teams, some new swingers that can only make us better.
Yeah, a lot of Missouri teams a lot different. The classing system is different in Missouri.
Yep, classing's different. We go there, you can tie over there. So that's something that we don't have in Kansas. So I think it'll be good for them.
It'll be interesting to see. The Columbus Titans, kind of a rough season so far. How'd you make sure that your girls were staying locked in, even though they know they're pretty much going to go out there and be successful.
Yeah, that's always hard to keep them engaged and make sure that they know every second we step on that floor, we've got to get better every single play. So I just keep reminding them of that, and so far it's worked. Will it always work? I don't know. I'm trying my best. So 18-2 though, so can't be unhappy with that.
Yeah. Sarah, do you have any more questions for Coach?
Did you know you're currently 19th in the state right now?
In the class, in the whole state. I did know we were in the whole state. I think in 3A this week we were 7th in the state for 3A.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so we're getting some recognition, but they've got to keep winning to keep up though in those state ranks. So I'm excited to see what this next month is going to be like. Exhausting, but it's going to be great.
Well, you got that Thursday matchup against Fort Scott and Lewisburg. That'll be covered here on Girard Sports Live. Other than that, thank you for joining us, Coach, and good win tonight.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course. That was Coach Jackson joining us here on the Eastside Cafe postgame show. That postgame coach interview was brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Any final thoughts before we exit here, Sarah?
We'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
And Friday.
Tune in for that matchup here. And then, of course, Josh Lettner, Jess Murphy going to be on the call Friday night. All here on Girard Sports Live. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all the sponsors. I love you, Mom. And good night from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at Varsity Sports.